I bought some high-end computer parts on an auction site in the attempt to try and find an absolute bargain, and the results, let me tell you, are very, very shocking. So here we are, on the way then to the auction centre to collect what we hope isn't a load of absolute rubbish, and it is exactly as it says it was when we bought it. We're expecting maybe there's going to be a little bit of damage, but that's absolutely fine. If there's a bit of packaging damage, that's all right, we can deal with that. Even if it doesn't work, there might be parts on it. Yeah.
Still, like, it's worth gambling for £20.
Yeah, I wanted to try with the smaller bits first. See if they're all
Let's
right.
see
and then,
how fair they are.
And then after, I'll maybe try something bigger. Right, so I'm back in the car. I'm sat next to a genuine Steam Deck box. So a genuine Steam Deck box, looks absolutely fine. I'm not going to open it yet. MX keys, let me flip that round for you. MX keys, mechanical, the exact one, in a pretty decent box as well. And then the pièce de résistance, the one that I really wanted, the H150 RGB. And I can hear rattling inside, and it's heavy, so I know there's at least something inside that. And then, I can't remember what else I got, Commander Pro. So, I've just got a box with the Commander Pro in, but it's an Amazon box. It says make Corsair on it. My confidence levels are pretty high. Having seen the boxes, and I spoke to a few guys that were there waiting, there was a chap that had turned up to buy, what had he done? He turned up to buy a car, or his friend had turned up to buy a car, but there was a chap there that says that he makes quite a bit of money, you know, buying things from there and selling things from there as well, which I thought was pretty thrifty actually, and I do quite like the idea of doing all that, especially if I'm going to be building computers, or starting to build more computers and record and put more stuff like that on the channel. Things you get, some things you don't. I take them back home, see what state these are in, and if I can reuse them. If I can reuse them and these all work, then let me tell you, I'm a happy man. Anyway, I'll catch you back at home when I'm unboxing these things. So I'm back home now after picking up the goodies, and I'm going to unbox them all, and let's go through from the low ticket items like the Commander Pro all the way through to the H150 RGB CPU cooler. Let's unbox them first, and then we're going to do an individual test to see if I actually bagged a bargain or all this stuff is just broken and damaged. So, kicking us off then, this is the parcel that we received for the Commander Pro. So it's still in an Amazon package. So let's get into this thing then. Okay. All right, it's in there. Oh, look at this. Hey, I tell you what, it's still got the sticky bits on it, unattached, and it looks to be in fairly good condition. I'm just checking the pins. So we've got two USB sockets there, and then we've got the temperature sockets. They all look in pretty good condition. So now for the next one, so we're looking at the fans. We've got the fan slots on there, so you should get 6 fan slots. They're all in good condition as well. And then we're going to look at the cables coming out. We've got no snags, nothing. This is looking like a win. Got your USB cable coming off there, and your SATA, which looks, again, it's not bent, it's not damaged. So, first one down, and we've got a win. Brilliant. So, second big ticket item, what we got? An MX mechanical keyboard. So this actually came in the box, this wasn't packaged in anything else. It feels heavy. Mechanical typing, tactile and quiet. Let's see if we've got actual keys on this keyboard. So, she's open. Right, I'm gonna open it this way so you can see what we got inside. Okay, all right then. We've got a keyboard. I don't know why I'm surprised. Let's take a look at it. Let's see if it's actually... All right, so I've just noticed, this is a little bit grim, guys. Look at there's a bit of hair. Well, I'm gonna say there's a bit of hair. There's a lot of hair on this thing. And a lot of like little bits of food. This was obviously owned by a gamer, let me tell you. So, okay. It's there, on the back, all the flaps are still on. Still got the flaps working. Question is, does it turn on? Has it got some battery? Oh. We've got power. We've got power. Oh, let me just see, I might have seen an issue. So I'm clicking the button and it's doing that. I think that's just to select your device that you're using. And obviously this isn't connected to anything yet. So I'm holding out on that one. That's pretty decent. Again, another win, guys. Another win. So just looking at the space bar, that's been worn out quite a bit. Oh, I tell you what. It's quite nice. It's not too loud. I don't know if you'll be able to pick this up. Let me move my mic over to my other keyboard. So I've got the Razer Basilisk. During your gaming, it's just very, very loud. Whereas this, beautiful. So, what else comes in that box? What are we missing? So I was thinking about this before I went to pick this one up, and I was thinking I'm probably missing the receiver. But in the box, what do we get? Yeah, so it's missing a receiver, but I actually have the flat version of the MX keyboard, which has a receiver anyway. So I've already got a Logitech receiver. So as far as missing parts go, we're happy. That's another win. Okay, next up is the Steam Deck Plus. Now this again is in its original packaging, so I'm expecting good things from this. Especially, obviously, this is all off the same lot. So, you know, if you buy something that's bad on a lot, then you can probably assume that the rest of the stuff on there is going to be bad as well. So let's open her up. See what we got. It's been just stuck together with some blue tape. Let's just get that in there. Lovely. Okay. The big reveal. I can't get this out. Oh, that's a satisfying way of doing it, as long as I don't drop it. As long as I don't drop it. Come on. Okay. The box is off. It's been repackaged in a nice way. Holy shit. We've just got a Stream Deck Plus. Look at that beauty. Holy shit. That is a good looking thing, and it looks new. Like, it's not got any pizza on it, like the keyboard and whatever else was on that. I'm gonna have to do a clean of that for sure. Let's pull this bad boy out. I've never seen one of these up close. I mean, hell yeah. It's still got the sticky bit, because I know this from my 32 button one, that you get this sticky bit at the bottom that you take off and it just becomes super tactile and sticky. I don't think... Oh, it smells new. It smells brand new. Absolutely happy with that. Okay, so let's see what's in the box. Did we get the nice cable? You get a nice braided cable with Steam Decks normally. Some bits in here. So we've got the pamphlet for it. And there's something else lingering. And then just that. So it looks like it didn't come with a USB-C cable. But if you're like me, you've got USB-C cables for days. I'm just going to check that it's not just stuck in the box. Okay, so, all right, fair enough. Right, it's not got a cable, but I'm happy. I obviously still need to do a test on this thing. I'll do a test on all the things afterwards. Okay, so that's win number 3, 100% win number 3 if that works. Now, the big boy, the H150 RGB with, I tell you what, if this has got the fans with it, that I'm hoping it's got the fans, then I'm going to be really, really happy. So let's open this up again. It's just sealed by this blue tape. Okay, let's put that down. I'm going to attempt to open this as slowly as possible, just to keep you all on tender hooks. Okay, so do you know what? The real test of whether this is going to be good is the smell test, and it just passed the smell test. All right, it smells good. Right, so I'm seeing let me see what fans these are. I wasn't sure whether these would be the XQX ones that I've got in my other one. So let's just do a quick check of these. I don't think they are. I think these might be the LL fans. Yeah, LL fans. Okay, so that's fine. There's 3 fans in there. That one spins. All right, I'll take a deeper look at that in a minute. The radiator is still packaged up. Here's the cooler. So one thing I was worried about with this is whether the cooler had been that someone's attempted to put it on, and they've maybe tightened the nuts a little bit too hard, and it's scratched. But I'm having to open this package in here. So let's have a look. Okay, so there are some scratches on this. This is what I was worried about. And obviously you can see that pre-applied thermal paste isn't on there. So it's obviously being used. And then looking at the actual, let me just see if I can spin this around. So looking at this actual device, I believe, I'm not 100% sure on this, this should be the same as the one that I've already got, in that you can just, no, it's a little bit different, so you can't just pop this off. I thought you could pop this off and put on the LCD screen, but it's not that cooler. But looking at it, so these sort of scratches are quite common. It's really hard to avoid these. I mean, it is and it isn't, you know, like if you're used to having these, then you know that these are an issue. But other than that, I'm just using my one eye test, it's looking pretty flat. All right, so it looks okay. All the braided cabling looks okay as well. The connections are still there. So let's have a look at the radiator. This is going to be the be all and end all. If this radiator is damaged, then I don't think this thing is going to work very well. So let's pull this out. Okay, so this side, as you can see, looks all right. There's one blade there. I don't know if you can see that. That's just a tiny bit bent, but other than that, it looks okay. Through the other side as well, it's very clean. Like, I don't think this has actually been running in the system. I think the guy's probably put it on, either put it on wrong and then just gone, do you know what, this won't fit, and he's sent it back, because this looks in really, really good condition. Okay, we've got all the sockets miscellaneous bag of screws. Corsair are good for that, let me tell you. And then what have we also got? We've got, looks like an AMD bracket. So they have got an AMD bracket on there and an Intel. So looks like everything's in there. Question is, will it actually work? I'm gonna have to test all these devices to see if I've got a bargain or if all of these are an absolute waste of money and time. But on the outset, we're looking good. Let's go check them out. Let's start with, what should we start with? We'll start with the keyboard. The keyboard's probably the easiest one. Now, I actually have something to take back now. I was talking about this keyboard being absolutely filthy. I've just taken a look at my own keyboard, and as you can see, it ain't the cleanest. So I take that back. But anyway, we're not here for this. We're not here for this one. We're here for the Logitech MX keys, which, I mean, looking at it, it's still very, very dirty. Very dirty. So I'm going to go simple first. I'm going to try and connect to this thing using Bluetooth. So I believe you hold down this button. Can't remember. Yes, you hold this down. New MX keyboard found. Connect. Enter the pin on it. 9, 6, 8. Okay. Press enter. Okay. Connected. All right. And your device is good to go. So let me. It's working. It's working, guys. Let me open up OBS so I can show you if all the keys work. And there's a good test for this. So I've come over to my computer now. We're going to do a little test to see if we can get this to work. And let's just see what buttons are actually working. So starting from the top, escape's working. F1 isn't working. That might be an FN key. Yeah. So we're just going to click through all of these. I'll speed this up so it's not as long to go through, just to see if they're all working. Okay, so test is pretty much done. This thing works. All the keys on here are actually working and working well. So, I mean, I can't fault it. The lights are on the keyboard. The backlights are on. Like I say, it definitely needs a clean. This thing is gross, but also so does mine. But yeah, that's the test, and it works. So yeah, just looking at that backlight again, you can sort of see all these lit up between all the hair and stuff that's in here. What is that in there? I mean, I don't even want to know. This thing needs a proper clean out. It's all right that mine's dirty, because at least I know it's my skin cells and hair. But yeah, I'm saying that's an absolute massive win. So that's the keyboard. I know you lot ain't gonna let me get away with not actually giving this a deep clean. It was absolutely filthy, the amount of stuff that was in here. Oh my god. So just using a brush to get all the crisp packet out, all the other stuff that's in there. I don't even want to think about what was in there. And then just using a Q-tip just to clean around it. Just make sure it's all nice and fresh under there. And then just reapply the keys after a good clean, because again, there was some stuff on there that you don't even want to know about. But yeah, I think it came out pretty nicely. It's still a little bit wet there, so you've got some reflections on, but it's all nice and clean all the way through. The backlights are lighting up pretty nicely. Turned out well. So next up, let's take a look at this Stream Deck. I mean, it looks in great condition. So what I'm going to do for now is, obviously I've got this Steam Deck already here, is I'm just going to swap that out for this one. And yes, my desk needs a dust. But I think I can be forgiven. I live in an Edwardian house, so it does gather dust quite easily. Right, so that's all plugged in. Okay, we've got something on the screen. Oh no, no, how gutting is that? So it looks like, I mean, it doesn't look like, it is exactly that. The screen is knackered. The knobs are working absolutely fine. Got the brightness levels. You can swipe. Okay, the swiping's working. I wonder what's gone on with this. I wonder if it's just been pressed too hard. Show desktop works. The buttons are actually working, which is really interesting. But yeah, they're just not working. I don't know what it is. I don't know if this is a common issue or if this is something that could be fixable, but it looks like we've just lost out on this one, which is a real shame. It's a real shame. But I'm going to see if there's something that we can do with this to try and fix it. It might mean we can open it up and do something. I wonder if someone's just pressed the button too hard, you know. It's working, like the sound is changing on my desktop when I'm doing that. So these knobs seem fine. Yeah, mute, brightness levels, yeah, that's working. It's just something's wrong with the screen. I will take a look at this, but it looks like we've just got a loss on this one, guys, I'm afraid, which is very disappointing. So as you can see, we've already got the H150i Corsair liquid cooler running in our main PC, and we need to test the new one on our testbed PC to see this PC itself always gets the hand-me-downs. And this has got all my old PC parts in. So let's turn that other computer off. Rightio. So here is my other computer, and it doesn't currently fit, and it won't fit, I don't believe, a 360 rad. So I'm gonna have to try and fit this in a janky way just to test it, to see if it's worth keeping, selling on, and seeing if we can make a profit with it. So let's get this switched off. First things first, we need to take off the old CPU cooler. So let's do that for now. I'm not going to remove the fans, anything like that. I'm just going to strip this down. Make room for the new cooler. There we go, that should just pop off. And there's a little hook on there which I'll take off. And there we go. So there is the old CPU cooler. Let's disconnect the fan header. And I'm going to move that to one side. I'm going to clean the thermal paste off it as well, because thermal paste gets everywhere. So we've got some Arctic Clean left. And thermal surface purifier. And we should have some thermal paste somewhere. Here we go. Ran out of Arctic thermal paste. We've got this Noctua. Spit on that thing with thermal paste. Let's hope this works as well. We've used this in the other PC and it seems all right. It seems all right. It's doing its job. So let's get this cooler cleaned. I'm going to speed this up for you. It's already quite a long video. Just going to go through and remove the CPU cooler that we had, but leave it in because it's going back on. And then just clean up with thermal paste, trying to get all the dirt off the new cooler. And just removing that thermal paste from the CPU. This whole computer needs a good clean, needs a bit of loving, but it's not important right now, just for testing this. So taking out the old AMD brackets from the back, did a bit of a test on all the fans, they all spin freely. So just going to connect those with 2 screws either side, just in case this doesn't work and it's not too hard to dismantle. We've got the Commander Pro as well, so we're going to get that fitted in. Just plugs into a USB socket and a SATA socket, and then it actually runs those fans as well, which is quite nice. It allows you to control them as well using the IQ app. So then yeah, just fitted the CPU bracket. It's pretty easy to do really. And then just finding a way to balance that radiator and those fans while we attempt to turn this on. You can see we only had 2 fans going, and then I just plugged it in properly. So then looking over at the IQ software itself, so we came in, and because we'd added Commander Pro, it had to do some installations, but we're looking at 34, 35 degrees. Obviously then pushing it under load, and then messed about with the settings. The fans were all set to quiet, so changed those up to balanced. So we had a nice fan curve on there. As you can see, we were getting about 35, 33, that sort of region, which was really nice. So proves it was working. You can obviously feel that the pump was going when you put your hand around the 2 connections. So yeah, really happy that that's working and it's nice and cool. So the next step is to test, and I know that everyone's going to want me to test this as well, the actual LEDs on this device. Do the LEDs work? Was that the reason that this was sent back? So let's go and have a look at those and see if that works. So all the LEDs work, and yeah, I hope that ticks that off for you. That was a lot of effort to just get that set up. Right everyone, thank you so much for watching. I know it's been a long video, but there was a lot to get in there. Even my hair started falling out towards the end of it. But listen, I'm going to be doing a load more of these videos, especially these auction computer parts. I'm going to start building more PCs. I'm just going to keep it going and keep doing the content for you guys. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe, drop a like, leave a comment if you enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.